Kevin McCarthy called him a talker. But when Hakeem Jeffries opened one email, the whole room froze. McCarthy brought noise. Jeffries brought facts. Guess who won the room? The lights were hot. The room was packed. 2 podiums. 1 nation watching. Kevin McCarthy leaned in, voice loud and sharp. Let's be real. Hakeem Jeffries and his crew aren't here to fix anything. They're here to perform. Some of the crowd chuckled. Others stayed dead quiet. While we're drafting actual legislation, they're busy chasing headlines. While we're solving problems, they're crafting slogans. He turned to Jeffries, grinning just a little. So here's a question, Hakeem. Do you have anything new to offer tonight? Or just more talking points dressed up like leadership? The camera cut to Jeffries. He didn't flinch, didn't raise an eyebrow, just calmly opened a manila folder sitting on the podium. No fire, no facial reaction, just silence. Controlled, calculated silence. McCarthy shifted. The audience leaned in. Still, Jeffries said nothing. He looked at McCarthy, then back at the crowd. It was like everyone was holding their breath. Sometimes silence hits harder than words. What do you think? Was Jeffries playing it smart, or was he cornered? Drop your take in the comments. Jeffries finally looked up. Not rushed, not rattled, just calm. Kevin, you asked what we've got. I'll give you just one thing. He pulled a paper from the folder, held it up. This is from a nurse in Pennsylvania. Single mom, 2 kids, voted Republican last 3 elections. The screen behind them lit up with her words. Representative Jeffries, when your child tax credit hit my account, I paid rent without borrowing money for the first time in 3 years. The room went quiet. McCarthy stood still. Jeffries didn't raise his voice, didn't look smug. He simply said, "That wasn't a slogan. That was her breath of air." Some of the crowd clapped, some didn't. Jeffries leaned forward. You can keep yelling about headlines, or you can read the ones that actually changed someone's life. McCarthy opened his mouth to respond, but didn't, not yet. Real talk. Does a quiet fact hit harder than a loud punchline? Let us know in the comments. Who landed the first real blow here? McCarthy smirked, stepping in quick. 1 mom, 1 check. That's your entire pitch? A few people in the audience laughed. McCarthy kept going. We're not here to pass out feel-good cash. We're here to build something that lasts. Anyone can write a check. Leadership means facing the hard math. He turned to the camera. Let's talk numbers, inflation, deficit, and what happens after the credit runs out. Jeffries stayed still. No reaction, just a slow nod. Kevin, you want numbers? Cool. He pulled out another sheet, this one a chart, held it toward the screen. Look at this. Household food insecurity, down 30% in low-income families during the exact months that credit rolled in. The crowd murmured. That wasn't anecdote. That was measurable. Jeffries didn't stop there. And here's the real math, Kevin. When people eat, they work. When they work, they spend. When they spend, this economy doesn't break. It breathes. McCarthy tried to cut in, but Jeffries held the floor. You call it a handout. I call it oxygen. The studio went silent again. What do you think? Is McCarthy protecting the budget, or just ignoring what people actually need? Comment your take. This one's gonna divide people. Jeffries reached back into his folder. No show, just motion. You know, Kevin, it's wild hearing you talk about long-term planning. He held up a printed tweet. The screen behind them lit up. Jan 2021, AGOE leader. Every American family deserves financial relief now. Period. Crowd noise rose instantly. Jeffries read it aloud. That was you, right after your caucus voted against the very relief you just asked for. McCarthy blinked. He opened his mouth, but Jeffries didn't let the moment breathe. So which version of you should we believe, Kevin? The one behind the mic or the one behind the keyboard? Gasps. The moderator leaned in, ready to step between them. McCarthy cleared his throat. Context matters. That was about a different bill? Jeffries raised a hand, calm but firm. The context was pain, and it didn't care who signed the check. The audience was silent. Jeffries stepped back. No grandstanding. Just one last sentence. You can't tweet compassion and then vote against it. Real talk. Did Jeffries just catch McCarthy in a double standard? Or is he twisting the moment to his advantage? Let us know below. Who do you trust more right now? Jeffries took a breath. Look, this country's tired of the noise. So here's something real. He held up a single-page draft. Simple. No flashy graphics. Just text. This is a bipartisan proposal. Targeted relief. Means tested. Temporary. But it helps the families who actually feel the heat. He walked toward the moderator's table and placed it there. You want results? I'm not here to win an argument. I'm here to sign something. The room was dead silent. Jeffries turned to McCarthy. You say you want policy, not performance. Then take the pen. Be part of something that actually moves. McCarthy stared at the paper. He didn't reach for it, but he didn't walk away either. You're asking for a lot of trust, he said. Jeffries nodded. Not trust in me, trust in the people this will help. McCarthy didn't respond. Yet. What would you do in his shoes? Sign the paper or hold your ground? Comment below. Let's see where you stand when the heat's real. 1 week later, a quiet press release drops. Provisional Family Support Act enters committee review, sponsored by Representatives Jeffries and McCarthy. No press conference, no viral mic drop moment, just action. The video from the debate hit 20 million views. Clips of Jeffries reading that email, clips of McCarthy looking at the paper and not throwing it away. One moment in particular trended hard. Jeffries sliding the draft across the table, and McCarthy resting his hand on top of it. In a middle school in Ohio, a social studies teacher paused the clip and asked, "What do you think happened next?" A student answered, "Maybe, for once, they actually heard each other." On TikTok, the top comment read, "I don't care who writes the bill, just write something that matters." Back in Washington, McCarthy was seen walking out of a closed-door meeting with Jeffries. No tie, no camera crew, just a folder under his arm. Now it's your turn. Do you think this was real change, or just a rare pause in the shouting? Be honest. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who surprised you more, Jeffries or McCarthy? Like, subscribe, and share if you believe that silence can sometimes make the loudest impact.